Hey, good morning everybody, and thank you very much for tuning in to another episode of Shaving with Chief. I'm the Chief, and this morning I'm going to be trying out a recent acquisition that I just picked up off the Facebook BSTs, and that's Mammoth Soaps Clean. This is presented in their older base. I don't know if it's V1 or V2, but it's definitely one of their OG scents, and it has a very nice kind of, it's called Clean, and that's what it smells like. It smells clean. It basically smells like just a typical like Dove bath bar with just like a slight hint of cucumber. It's very, very light, very, very pleasant, and I'd probably give the scent maybe a 3 or a 4 off the puck. It's very, very nice, and I also like their presentation. These jars are pretty cool looking, so yeah, I like that a lot. The splash, I'm going to be using the matching Mammoth Clean Splash. I'm going to be using my Mozingo Brushworks CT2, which has already got a 30-second load in on it. And I'm going to be rocking the Paradigm Diamondback with the first use Pole Server Super Video. So let me go ahead and wet my face and then we'll get lathered up. So as mentioned in my previous video about Mammoth soaps, these soaps tend to go for quite the markup. When this soap was being advertised on Facebook, the seller wanted $85 for the set. And if you're familiar with Mammoth soaps, you know that typically they go for $50 plus shipping. So it was quite the markup, mostly because it's unobtainium. And I ended up offering the seller $65. And after a day or so, he reached out to me and hooked me up with the purchase. So if you sold this to me, Will, if you're watching, thanks very much for hooking me up, dude. I appreciate it. I've always wanted to try these kind of older Mammoth soaps. There's been a lot of talk about them recently. There's been a lot of kind of, debate on the company's practices, how Ben decides to sell his soaps. But honestly, it's shaving, y'all. I don't know if there's so many people that take this stuff way too personal. To me, I just do it because I enjoy the hobby. I enjoy shaving. I'm curious about stuff. If I don't want to spend that kind of money, I won't. If I don't want to hit refresh to buy a soap, I won't. It doesn't hurt me either way, right? So I was just really, really kind of blown away by the amount of people that were upset about not only not being able to pick up the soap, but also the secondhand markup aspect of it. And the only thing I can really say is if you don't want to pay that, don't. No one is forcing you to pull the trigger on a marked up soap. I paid $65 for this because that's what it was worth to me. If someone said, hey Chief, I have a Kryptonite set and they wanted $80 for it, I would pay $80 for it because that's what it's worth to me. Now, if you said 150, no, I wouldn't, but it wouldn't rub me the wrong way, right? I don't know. It's definitely a buyer's market. I don't feel entitled to have to try every soap. I don't feel like someone should have to, I don't, not everybody is going to be able to try everything, and that's unfortunate. But let's live in the real world. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's a lot of entitled people out there. But this my initial impressions, from the initial lather is it doesn't give me the best face feel. It's it feels very basic to me. Yeah, I just know that there's soap on my face, but I'm not getting any sort of soothing or luxurious kind of cosmetic feeling that I would get from like a really nice soap like Kaizen Kairos or Nye or any of those other top soaps. I would say even like Southern Witchcraft Space like gives me that really good face feel. I'm not getting it right now, but which is I mean, it's an older soap base, right? Like it is what it is. But I'm gonna add a little bit more water, and then for the sake of time, because I'm kind of in a rush this morning, I'm gonna start shaving. But yeah, I had some interesting conversation about that topic during the Against the Grain live on Instagram with Jack and I. And I don't know, I kind of attribute it to this, right? So it's a capitalist market, and I don't know about you, but if somebody offered me twice the price for my house, right, I would take it. Houses in California are rare. There's not a lot of homes available. It's very sought after. Not a lot of people can live here, and that's what drives the housing market up. It's very sought after. And that's what's happening with Mammoth. And it's pissing a lot of people off. But it's soap. That's all that it is. It doesn't matter. Like this is for the love of the hobby, like I don't know. But yeah, like I even talked about like my Diamondback, right? Like the Diamondback is my favorite razor. I paid $240 for that, and it's worth to me a lot more than $240 because it's my favorite razor. I would never sell it for $240. Like someone would have to offer me an egregious amount of money for me to sell that razor. If someone wanted one of my Max Spreckers, that shit's almost priceless to me. So if people on the market are willing to pay a price, and it's driving the cost of that price up, it's not a poor representation of the seller. It's literally a buyer's market. People are going to pay what a product is worth to them. No one is owed anything. I did not feel ripped off at all when I paid $65 for this soap. That was a phenomenal deal. To me, compared to what they typically go for, I mean, like I mentioned, the seller was originally selling it for $85, which it was not worth it to me. So I didn't buy it for $85. I think it's important to kind of place subjective values on goods when determining what you're willing to pay for something. We're all really just paying for the experience. It's not as black and white as an objective is, okay, we're buying a soap. It's, okay, is that soap gonna make me happy? How happy is it gonna make me? Is it gonna make me so happy that it's worth $100 to me? It might, If you're an avid collector, it might be that important to you. If Clean from Mammoth is the last Mammoth soap that you need for your collection, you might have paid that $85, and to you, you're going to be happy and excited about it. It's just crazy, like how many people are upset about this. I don't know. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for just getting the ability to try it. No one forced me to buy it, But just my initial impressions of the soap base, it's okay. Yeah, it's not really good. It does smell very, very nice. Just very, very simple, very clean, as the title suggests or the label suggests. It's pretty easy to work with too. Lathered it up quite nicely. The cucumber scent that is talked about with the soap is just very, very light. It's almost, it's just barely noticeable. It really does smell just like a really clean, like Dove bath bar, in my opinion. So yeah, do me a favor in the comments below. Tell me what you think about the buyer's market. Do you think it's fair? Personally, I do, but I'm just one guy with, a single perspective. I would really like to hear everyone else's perspective. Like, do you feel that, do you feel like it's okay to ask for a value in a product based upon its subjective worth to you? Because in my mind, if it's not worth it to somebody, it won't sell, Me personally, if I end up selling the set, I paid 65, I'll probably end up selling it for 55. Just because to me, this set is not special, Something like a Mammoth APR collaboration to me is special. Something rare and really sought after like kryptonite is special. But this to me is not special, so I could never imagine marking it up super high. But that's based upon my subjective value. When I was talking to the guy who sold me this soap, he actually bought this soap as a 3-part set. He bought this set, Pinky Swear, and Kryptonite all in one. So 3 soap sets, right? So what is that? That's $150 new, because they're about $25. They're about $50 a set. So it's $150 new. He paid $250 for those 3 sets. He obviously found it worth it to him. So who is right and wrong? Is there right or wrong? Or is there just buying or not buying? Do we have a responsibility to anybody to buy or sell something at a certain price? I would say no. We don't. A little bit of a philosophical, capitalist style conversation this morning, huh? A little different. I just figured I would bring it up to everyone. I received a little flack about the APR Mammoth video I did. I'm just curious on hearing your thoughts. Yeah, solid shave. The soap does perform. It's not, like, in my opinion, it's not elite. It's more of a collector's soap to me. But it does its job. Nothing special, nothing phenomenal. Cool. Now this splash is an alcohol-based splash. And yeah, it's alcohol and witch hazel both. So let's check this thing out. Now this smells like a lot of cucumber. It smells like I'm sniffing on liquefied cucumber. Hopefully it calms down a little bit. Yeah, straight cucumber. Great. Just what I wanted to smell like. It's like cucumber mixed with like maybe a little bit of sea kelp and Dove bath soap. I don't really like it. Yeah, the soap smells a lot better than the splash to me. Oof, yeah. I don't like cucumber, but whatever. So yeah, I appreciate the conversation this morning. I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments. Mammoth Clean, bought it off the BSTs, was originally being sold for $85. I picked it up for $65. Is that a problem? I would say no. Solid base, nothing special. Definitely a collector's soap. I do like the packaging though. This is pretty sweet. I also used the matching splash, which is alcohol and witch hazel base. I'm pretty sure Ben just liquefied some cucumbers and put them in this bottle. The Paradigm Diamondback, the 2020 polished version. Love this razor with a first use Pole Silver Super Iridium. And for my brush of choice, I used the Brett Mozingo ZT2 Mozingo Brushworks Venom. All right, y'all. So thank you very much for tuning in to Shaving with Chief. It was a good conversation this morning. I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.